One thing I've noticed over the years is that a lot of people get their card tuned, but they don't actually know what's happening afterward. They'll do a pull, save a log, and then post it on a Facebook, Reddit, or a forum asking, "Can someone look at my log? Does this timing look okay? Why am I missing boosts?" The problem is that understanding data logs isn't easy. It takes experience, and not everyone has a tuner or experienced friend available every time they have a question. That's exactly why we created SpoolinOps. So what is SpoolinOps? SpoolinOps is an AI-powered data log analysis platform built specifically for you as enthusiasts running tuned vehicles. Instead of staring at dozens of parameters trying to figure out what these numbers actually mean, you simply upload your data log and SpoolinOps breaks everything down in plain English. Right now, it supports multiple tuning platforms, including MHD, BootMod 3, JB4, Ecutech, and Cobb, across both BMW, Toyota, Nissan, and Infiniti engines. Whether you're running a completely stock turbo setup or a fully built big turbo car, the goal is the same: to help you understand exactly what your engine is doing underneath of the hood. Using it is pretty straightforward. We just got back from getting a log on a tuned S58 running MHD. Let's sign in so that we can take a look at the process. Before we get started with the log analysis, let's go take a look at our modifications configuration. This is where we can come and we can drop in exactly what is all the information that we want to give to Spoolin so they can go and do a proper analysis for us. In this case, I'm letting the AI model know my field type is E40. I am running a stock turbo. My mods are MHD stage 1 running bolt-ons, and the car is a 6-speed manual transmission. Looking at the log history section, this is where we can come and we can take a look at all of our previous logs that we had analyzed by Spoolin. Here, if we desire, we can choose a previous log to compare against our most current log that we're going to upload today. In this case, we're not going to be taking care of that, but definitely be sure to check out some of our prior videos where we went deeper into comparison log analysis with this application. So now that we took a look at all the configurations, let's go ahead and upload our data log file. We just do choose file. After you upload your file, you can choose two different types of analysis modes. You can do a quick analysis mode, which is going to get you a faster result, or you can do a deep analysis mode, which is going to give you a more thorough, broken down response of that data log and all of the things that occurred in that data log, such as mapping relationships across parameters and things of that sort. In this case today, we're going to do deep analysis. After uploading the log file, we need to make sure that we choose our vehicle's make, engine, and platform. We're going to also include our save mods. After clicking submit, you now see we can go ahead and get started with our analysis for this data log. We can either type our own prompt here at the bottom, or we can use one of the suggested ones. We just got back a data log analysis in under 20 seconds for this particular log that we just uploaded. Let's break down the sections of the model's response. Overview: what occurred in this log? What are some key things that pointed out? What were the years in which this log was performed? Observations: how well did boost behave? What did the AFR thresholds look like? What were the actual timing values, as well as any timing corrections that may have occurred? Torque and throttle input, wastegate duty cycle, rail pressure, load, IAT. And because this car was a 6-speed manual transmission, what did that 3 to 4 shift look like? Notable trends. So what really stood out in this log? What were some things that necessarily need to be flagged, or what are some things that were necessarily pretty good and was consistent throughout the log? And then last but not least, a summary. Overall, how well did this log look? How well did this log perform? So to keep the conversation going, Spoolin gave us some suggestions of how we can go deeper into this log with specific anomalies and things that it found in the data that we might want to look forward into. Another cool thing, we can go ahead and we can build a graph specifically for the parameters that we have within this data log. Let's go ahead and build a graph. It looks like in this graph here, we're going to be graphing the boost target, wastegate duty cycle, torque, and all these other parameters here that you see. All right, one more question. Let's dive deeper into the brief throttle reductions in fourth gear while accelerator pedal remained at 100%. All right, in fourth gear, you see we got back a good answer. And there we go. Boost running slightly above target, so the ECU closed the throttle just a little bit so that it can compensate for that overboost scenario. So now that we got our analysis for this log, let's go see how it performed against the other logs that we have inside of our system by looking at the performance dashboard. Now the performance dashboard, this is where you can come and you can view exactly what is that performance looking like over all your previous uploaded log sessions. You can see things like which log was the most performant, which log was the most consistent, and then some other good metrics that would just help you better overall see what the trend of your vehicle is looking like over time. So in this case, we can see surprisingly, our log on 93 was the most performing log, meaning it was the most consistent. Timing was the most improved metric, and the overall trend is improving from our latest to most recent log that we just uploaded. Take a look at the chart here where we can look at which logs are over our average values for things like timing, AFR, boost, and compare those logs against one another with easy navigatable graphs. AI Insights. Compare single logs to one another. By default, you can see our earliest log is compared to our most recent log, which is the log that we just uploaded today. It looks like from our oldest log to our most recent log, AFR got a little worse, boost decreased, torque is down, and wastegate duty cycle is a little less. Log leaderboard, my personal favorite. See which logs are on the podium and see which logs are the most consistent across all the different threshold parameters that are present inside of your log, such as AFR, boost, IAT, load, RPM, timing, torque, wastegate duty cycle, all in one table view here where you can go and you can look at what is my most performant log file. So whether you're completely new to tuning or you've been reviewing logs for years, everyone benefits from understanding what's happening inside their engine. That's what SpoolinOps is all about, making data log analysis easier, faster, and more accessible for everyone. And this is just the beginning. The platform is constantly evolving based on feedback from the tuning community. New analysis capabilities, new features, and new ideas are being built directly from what enthusiasts ask for. The goal isn't just to build another tool, it's to build the platform the tuning community actually wants. If your vehicle is supported and you're already logging your car, I'd love for you to give SpoolinOps a try and let us know what you'd like to see next. Because the best version of this platform is the one we build together.